Trader CJ. Let's jump into it, how to build a automated strategy. I'm going to use NinjaTrader 8 and because that's the most popular platform nowadays that people use for either prop firms or trading futures, and you can even trade equities and all those things. You can have multiple connections, and yes, so there's two ways to build it. First one is a strategy builder. Go to new strategy builder. That's one way to build it, and the more advanced one is going to use Ninja script editor. That's when you code it from scratch, build your strategy. But we're going to use strategy builder because that's the easiest way to build a strategy, and most people be able to use this. Other option, other platform is TradeStation. Also a nice platform. You use easy language, so it's more like if statements. If this condition is true, then you buy this amount of shares and set your stop loss. So it's very easy to code, but that's also from scratch. In this video, we're going to use NinjaTrader 8. If you guys are interested in building strategies in TradeStation, let me know. I do have some videos available where we built a strategy in TradeStation. All right, for this case, we're going to use NinjaTrader 8 and we're going to start from scratch. We're going to use super trend indicator, and that's where we will then build a strategy on it. All right, automate it. All right, go. So I'm going to open a chart. I just want to show you guys the basic. I want to use Nasdaq, for example, the latest one. Let's use a plain simple 1 minute chart. Open up that. This will open, and then I'm going to apply a indicator. Indicators. I'm going to use TS super trend. This one. Double click that. Standard settings, default settings. Apply it to this one. Let's open that up. So this is the chart. So we want to buy. Show you guys. So we will buy here. And then we have a take profit target, amount of ticks or points. With the stop loss, we can even trail it. And then the sell or the short would be here. Have this also a take profit and a stop loss. So it's going to either flip around with like short, long. Going to have a long here as well. You're going to put in times to trade, amount of contracts. But I'll talk you guys through it step by step. So this will be a tutorial for this. All right. And then I'm going to quickly remove my face here out of the way, and then we're going to start building it. Right. Go to new strategy builder. And this will open up a window, create a new strategy. So we're going to use that option. So it's new strategy. You can name your strategy to find it. Because this is a super trend. You can see here, super trend. Let's name it super trend. In this case, you can put in a description for yourself. You want to build a strategy, just to explain more in detail what it is about. And let's say, for example, we use super trend indicator. And then go to next. Exist. Please use a different name because it's the same name as our either indicator or it's maybe the same name as a strategy, we need to use a different name to use that. So let's say super trend version 2 or super trend strategy. Right, let's use the night frame. Yeah, strategy. Right. This we can use as on bar close. Go to next. Additional data. This is for if you want to look at, let's say for example, you put in some more data like a 5-minute chart. You're going to look at 5-minute chart and then base your decisions then on the 1 minute. So that's, for example, looking at additional data feeds like range data or different let's say for example you want to make decisions based on the ES. So let's say for example the ES is breaking out on a range. You can put in the ES data here. You only want to trade when the ES is above VWAP or above the daily high. So you can put in those type of instruments and their time frames or their chart. So that is something different. Okay, so this is additional data. Not going to use it in this instance. Inputs and variables. So we're going to put in the number of contracts. It's an integer. So default is going to be 1 contract. Let's use that. We're going to use it in the strategy later on. We can always come back to this and put in some inputs. So I'm going to use start time. So this would be time when you're going to start with your strategy. Let's say, let's leave it at 01 or 0. You're going to use a description. Explain what is it about this input. Let's use end time when the strategy will stop trading. We won't take any new additional entries. Also time, let's use it 15:30, just a half an hour before the futures close. Okay, so start time, end time. I'm going to use, we can have additional settings, but for now, let's start with this. We can have, okay, let's say put in stop loss as well. So stop loss, integer, we'll use it like that. Use it in X, let's say 40. You can always explain here, it's in X. Okay. Take profit. We can rename it like, for example, TP in ticks. So you would know it's defaulted to 40. This one we can just rename it to SL stop loss in ticks. Okay. You can also put in a description here if you want to. And let's put in a additional one. Allow longs. Let's put it, it's a true or false. So it would be a tick box, or if you tick it, it would allow longs. If it's unticked, it won't allow longs. True or false, and then we do the same for shorts. Allow shorts. Put it to true for now. let's use it for now. Let's go forward and see if the strategy will execute. Put in the conditions and targets. Okay, so what are the conditions to actually take a long? So we need, look at the chart here on the side. Always keep it on the side just to run through it in my head and run through the process. If what's the condition? So the condition would be then if the indicator, so the super trend indicator, TS, super trend is basically plots an uptrend. So it would be greater than 0. So this is the green uptrend. It plots the green. If it's in a downtrend, it plots the red. So this is the actual value that's being plotted. These are the parameters, but these are the actual outputs. So you need to make a decision based on this value output. So uptrends and a downtrend. Right, so just to come back to this one. So obviously when it plots, it will plot a green dot or green small line. And that line is based on a value, like 22,250, more or less. And it plots higher and higher here. So the output of this specific condition, if it's greater than 0, then it will buy then. Numeric value greater than 0, it will plot. But when this condition is true, it will buy here, it will buy here. Every single green dot or line, it will keep on buying. So we need to add additional conditions. So another thing we need to put in is when the user say allow longs, it needs to equal to true. When it's true, allow longs, it needs to be true. So it's when it's ticked. We need to put in the previous, on the indicator, the previous plot down, it needs to be a downtrend. Okay, so TS super trend. So bars ago, so we need to look one bar back. So it'd be this one here. We'll plot a downtrend. So the red one, let's say greater than a numeric value of 0, which is great. So the previous bar Need to plot the downtrend greater than 0. So it will plot this red line here. Okay. Those are the two conditions here. We still need to add time as well. So let's just want to run through the condition quickly. So for example, if in this case, the second bar here, let's zoom in this. I'll quickly zoom in here. In this case, there's a small red line here. So that's a downtrend. That's a previous bar. The current bar, it would be this one here, green line. So this condition would be true. Allow longs, ticked, all right? And then always needs to be within the trading times. This condition here, just want to quickly run through it. If it's long, allow longs, true, all right, that's good. Previous bar, downtrend plotted, no, that's not a true condition. So it would only take a long in this case, yeah, all right. Let's just add trading times. So if time is greater than time series, not time value, but time series, greater than equal to start time, good, let's add it. Again, time series less than your time, sorry, apologies, user input in time. Okay, cool. So that's input. What's the condition? What do you need to do? Allow longs. So now it's order management. All of those conditions are true. Do the following. Enter a long position with the set the quantity to the user input that we've used, contracts. So that's the quantity. And okay, great. So that's the condition. So if we want to add a short, it will be here. You can open up set 2. This will be the short condition. So what we can do is we can copy and paste. Go to set 1. You can use the right click here, copy the time. Okay. Those things we need to, so go back to set 1, copy the end time. Those times are copied. And even sometimes I can just copy this, allow long, so allow short. So it's copy. I just need to change it to paste it, edit. Let's say allow shorts needs to be true. That's changed. Okay. Going back to the indicator, copy that. The first one, the current bar, so paste it. Just need to edit. So we need to, it needs to be the up down trend. So we are now looking at the opposite. All right. Greater than, right? So apply that. I quickly move to a down condition. Then I want to show you guys. So it's this condition here. So the previous bar. So going back to this is the previous bar. Copy that. Paste it. I'm going to edit it. So the previous bar, the uptrend. So it's an uptrend. Going top to the top. The bars ago, 1 bar greater than 0. Okay. What do we need to do? We're going to enter a short position default quantity. I'm going to set that to user input contracts, number of contracts. Okay, so that is the short condition. Go to next. These are the stops and targets. I'm going to add a profit target. We need to use ticks. the value, number of ticks. I'm going to use set user input TP in ticks and press OK. That's a set profit target. Going to put in a stop loss. So we'll be putting a fixed stop for now, right? So you can use a trailing stop if you want. Let's use this fixed stop. Just in this condition, you can always change it to a trailing stop. It's not currency, but it's in ticks. We can use the value user input stop loss ticks. Okay, great. So press OK. Go to next. We can always finish. Let's see if it then closes. If you go to view code, it will basically just break the strategy builder. You need to then go to manually code everything. So let's find our strategy and see if it executes on, for example, it needs to buy here in this condition. So go to strategies and you find your strategy, super trend strategy, double click that. All right, so those are the inputs, the parameters that we've checked. I'm going to untick shorts for now, leave it at 1. I'm going to double check. Okay, so in this condition, all right, so 1 o'clock Eastern time, it will use your local time. Stop loss in ticks. Let's make it a bit smaller. And this one 20 ticks as well. And we need to enable that. Apply. Okay, you will see that's it will buy on the next bar. So once this thing closed, it will buy on the next bar at open. Okay. Because this thing closed here, it made this condition basically. So I just want to zoom this way just to run through the conditions. So once this thing plotted, made a green plot here, and that's where the strategy or the conditions basically found everything true, that the previous bar that was the red one, current bar is green, closed there within the trading times of 1 o'clock was here, so within the trading times, and it basically executes, bam, on the open of that bar. It bought the amount of contracts that you put in. It says buy 1 contract with your stop loss and your target. Okay, great. So moving back, we can always look for another long within our conditions. So within trading times, it bought here, hit a stop loss there. Again here, long, hit a stop loss there. Let's just check our shorts. Let's go to strategies, untick that, enabled, untick it. We need to change allow shorts. Use the same stop loss and ticks. If you want to use like different stop losses and different take profit ticks, you can always add additional parameters and say, this is the stop loss for my short, this is the stop loss for my long, and then also take profit for my short, take profit for my longs. Or you can run this strategy only for longs and then add additional strategy like this and make it only for shorts. So you can run 2 different strategies, one for longs, one for shorts. Okay, I'm going to remove this one quickly. Let's run both and enable that. Apply. Okay. Let's see if the short is working correctly. If it's not, then we need to go and change something. Is it within our trading times? Sell short. There we go. Short worked out well. Hitting profit target there. Then if you want to just check your trading performance, strategy performance, super trend, historical, you can do that. We'll open up a window like this and showing the profit, total net profit on that 5 days that you've run. You go to analysis, for example, you can look at the daily profit, net profits, losses. Go to trades, for example, look at the trades that went through on this specific strategy on this chart, and you can run through the data yourself if you want to look at that. If you want to backtest your strategy, you need to open up a new strategy analyzer. Go to this and you put in your backtest, your strategy that we've just built, super trend strategy. You can put in your parameters here, choose your instruments, for example, the NQ. The chart you want to use is a 1 minute. For example, in this case, you can use your time, start date, end date. You want to backtest. Another thing, you can include your commissions and order full resolution. I usually put it on high, on a tick, 1 tick. So it would be backtesting at looking at a very detailed 1 tick chart, basically. So very detailed, and so it's not looking at only candles. So sometimes what happens within a candle, the market can move up or down, and this is just a high resolution type of strategy. It will take much longer to do this backtest, but I look at very high detailed backtesting. So, and just another thing you need to remember when you do backtests on your strategy is, because we look at a certain contract period, 3 months. This is the March contract for NQ. This thing only started in the middle of December, basically. So if you want to go back further, you won't be able to use this specific instrument or this contract time period. You can only backtest for 3 months when looking at this. If you have a different data feed, you can use a continuous contract looking at like longer periods, one year or 2 years, or even longer than that. But what you can do is you can change this to the previous 3 months. So it would be then 12/24. That's the previous contract. You can always look at that and backtest it from middle of September to the end of December, or the middle of December. So those 3 months, you can backtest it for every single 3 months. Right, so, and you just run your backtest. I'm not going to do it now. This video is all about building a strategy and how to build it, how to tweak it. See, we just got a trade here. It went long at 310. So because it's automated, you can see it's in the super trend strategy. Under your strategies, it is in one long position. That's my connection. TakeProfitTrader I'm currently using. It's running on a Sim 101 account, so it's automated, so it's running. Okay, so that is basically it on how to, if you want to go and edit your strategy, you want to change something, made a mistake or something, you go to Strategy Builder. It will open up this thing here. Just go to your super trend strategy that you've built, or whichever strategy you built. Go to next. Like, for example, you want to put in additional inputs. You can always add something here and go and tweak your strategy. All right. So this is how you build something. So If you guys need help with anything, let me know in the comments below, or even join our Discord channel. You can always ask some questions there, how to build something, how to backtest, or if you need help with anything, we are more than welcome to try and help you guys out. I know some people are more advanced, but if you go to view code or unlock code, this will open up the actual coding in the back end. And the problem with this is you won't be able to use the strategy builder again. So if you stay in strategy builder and just go to next and finish it, you can always tweak it and always edit it from here. So those are the advantages of using strategy builder and not using the actual code from scratch. So I know most people are not, this is quite difficult to use the actual code from scratch. It's not easy language like TradeStation, and you need to have a bit of a background in coding and understand how the logic works with around that. That is it from my side, guys. Like I said, if you require propfirm accounts or data feeds, always go and check out takeprofittrader. Nice company. You can connect it to your Ninja trader like this. I'm currently connected with them, and you can build your strategies and test it and run something automated if you like. But guys, that's it from my side. Hope this helped in terms of building a automated strategy in NinjaTrader 8. Like I said, if you have questions, comments below, or join the Discord, ask some questions there, and see you in the next one. Cheers.